and the end of the war.
Is it over?
Neo's presence within the Matrix sparked a new exodus of potentials.
Freeze it.
But because they were unable to stop Neo, the machines turned their attention to those within their grasp. Sentinels set a trap for one of our ships, and from the ship's mainframe, they extracted a list of potentials. The agents leveled their wrath on the helpless, and Neo was the only one who could stand against them.
Now you know that this don't make no kind of sense. Scared of pain, so you fear hurt. I don't celebrate till the body's near dirt. Go to hell, they gon' tell you I was there first. Every opponent will tell you I was there worse. Having bad hunger pains and severe thirst. Have your earth in all black in the rear hearse. Too sticky to let the drama slide. And the sight of the blood will leave you traumatized. I can't do no wrong, least in my mama eyes. I got a gun in the truck, that's little mama size. That boy died from vehicular homicide. The voice, the flow, and the way that he harmonized. Those that's real see the truth beyond the lies. In real life, I'm living proof we on the rise. Yeah, I was too smart to play with the dummies. Rather you kill yourself, save me the money. From the bottom, I don't mind if you pay me in 20s. They pop a lot of shit, but soon as you see them, they mummies. Ha ha ha, you guys is funny. We fresh to death, they alive and bummy. Plug told me 3 words, supply the country. I told him that the bullets and the 45s is chunky. That's why they say you can never get too comfy. Trips out of town, my lump sums come monthly. Might as well all team up and come jump me. This is uneven, I'm the only one breathing. Everybody get their turn, it's sun season. I'm only here for that paper, one reason. Nobody cares though, everybody's a weirdo. Dudes watching your back, tell me who watching theirs though. All you gonna see is the fire from out the air hole. Stick up kids get the desire to hit your earlobes. Left lane, all you hear is my gears, yo. Crown been in my closet for a couple of years, yo. Okay, enough with the foolery and the costume jewelry. It ain't much you can do to me. The art of war ain't new to me. Little nigga, you better Google me. The city was mine after they said Big's eulogy. Oh man. Jadakiss season. The massacre, telling you, I don't know if I can guarantee your safety next week. Jadakiss season. T5 DOA. Don't ever forget that. Yeah, I mean.
Ashe, peace and benedictions. If you on that long path, we got you.
Right.
I can't guarantee your safety next week though.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But you
Exactly.
know, just like we can't guarantee your man Joe Biden in some time. You know what I'm saying? They talking about he got the blicky. You know what I'm saying? What they said about him? God damn. What they say? Biden tests positive for Blovid-19. God damn. Now they said this dude is double jabbed, double boosted, right? That's 4 times. He got shot 4 times, right?
Man.
That nigga like 50 Cent or somebody, like Tupac or somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, this I wouldn't be surprised if they pull a designated survivor on us, you know, with this whole situation. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
know, and you know what's crazy about this shit is 1 year ago to the day. Now we into the next day now. This is the 22nd, you know, so shout out to
Right.
everybody on a different time zone. But
That's right.
they said that 1 year ago to the day that this dude said that going to the Poconos is safe and effective, right?
Mm-hmm.
He get the Blovid. God damn. That's
Uh-huh.
crazy.
But blow
Crazy
me
shit,
down.
man. God damn.
And you,
So
you
what?
know, he
So
up there in
so
that.
what he was supposed to dude was supposed to come to Philly today
Mm,
for a fundraiser. So they had to he had to you know stay in quote close quarters. You know what I mean? You don't
right.
want to use none of they hot words and shit. Now and then
Mm-hmm.
remember they said that his man was supposed to be stepping down, right? They
Uh-huh.
said he was stepping down. There's a lot of crazy shit happening in the news, man.
Right. Especially surrounding this whole situation.
Right? You seen this situation right here with this judge. This judge, she been in office like less than 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Christina Peterson,
Mm.
50 counts of alleged judicial misconduct.
Judicial. You know how
God
hard it is
damn.
to get judicial misconduct on the individual? They never give it to you when it's really justifiable. The judge can call you all kind of names and all the shit, and you don't get that. I'm telling you from experience. So in order to
Yo,
actually get that,
what you got? Like, what did she had to do to like? What are some of the things that she could have did to
man,
to have 50 counts though?
it's hard to get
To,
a judge to get one.
something up with these
They let
judges, man.
right.
You know what I'm saying? This lady. It's sad because it's a lot of females is getting in positions of power and doing crazy shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like the
Right.
girl that was twerking. She talking about the Senator Mack that was twerking. She talking about she twerking for justice. You know what I'm saying? You can't make this
Wow.
shit up, yo. Twerking for justice. And she
Mm.
don't regret nothing of what she did. You know what I mean? Shit crazy. Um so it was throwback Thursday, you know, I did wanted to go over some clips from Throwback. I guess you can go Throwback Thursday, Flashback Friday type vibes, right?
That's throwback. It's throwback Friday. See?
There we go.
Exactly.
Well, and speaking of that, I got a clip right here. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, with this whole Roe versus Wade shit, you know what I mean? A lot of people was digging up old clips from actors, you know what I mean? And when I say
Right.
actors, I'm talking about former pressing dents. And like before we got
Mm-hmm.
on, we was talking about how, isn't it crazy how some of the most liked presidents and some of the most admirable, arguable presidents that people would say really did a good job were
Mm-hmm.
actors. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You
Right.
know, so let's play one of these clips from this actor that remember they shot him and shit, but maybe that's probably
Uh-huh.
why they shot him. You know what I mean?
That dude got exonerated too.
Wow.
They let him out.
Population programs can and must be truly voluntary, cognizant of the rights and responsibilities of individuals and
Hold
families,
up, let me
and respectful of religious and cultural.
start it over.
We believe population programs can and must be truly voluntary, cognizant of the rights and responsibilities of individuals and families, and respectful of religious and cultural values. Well, that means no coercive measures such as involuntary sterilization and no use of abortion for
Whoa,
population control.
whoa,
He went in.
whoa. So this is
Mm.
your man, Ronald Reagan, right? The actor. Boy,
Right.
what TV show was he on back in the day? The White House. Yeah, I forgot. But we all know that show. But
Right.
I'm saying like, he's maybe this is why they got at him. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
he talking about involuntary sterilization, kind of like what they were saying that happened when you go to the Poconos. Now,
Whew.
that's yet to be determined. You know what I'm saying? We're not providing no advice about nothing. I ain't even triggering you on that. You know what I'm saying? But man, allegedly, they say that people could be involuntarily being neutered. You know what I'm saying? And not to mention that birth rates is like at an all-time low. You know what I'm saying? Like we talked about this the other day loosely. I was talking with some people about this, but a lot of these things, you see like a lot of sisters up on the stage, caping for these people and their issues. And like we said the other day, like, they had the sound bite where Trump was up on there with the lady, and she said, this is a win for white lives. You know what I'm saying? Remember that clip? And the fact of the matter is that, 60% of abortions is done by women that are non-African, or whatever you want to call them. You know what I'm saying? So non-melanated women are getting the majority of these abortions. So, like we said the other day, that messes with the population rate and who is the minority and who is the majority. So these people are trying to preserve their slot as the majority. You know what I'm saying? So same thing like how this dude was talking here. You know what I'm saying? And it was like back then they was doing the reverse of it. Like they was forcing people. Well, not the reverse really. They was we got this go. Yeah, well, yeah, it's the reverse. They was forcing people to do abortions. You know what I mean? So now it's the same thing. When they banned the abortion thing, now they got the executive order saying that they're protecting the right for abortion. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
The
like I
struggle
said,
streaming.
yes, hashtag struggle streaming. You know what I mean? I don't know if I can guarantee my subscription to it with StreamYard next week. You know what I
Right, right.
mean?
Man.
But people was talking about their right to choose. They want to get rid of their problems.
Mm.
Or as they
Mm-hmm.
call them. So I'm gonna pull up another little sound bite from your man right here. Different John. We can bounce back and forth, but let's pull up this
Right.
sound bite right here.
Mm-hmm.
All of us should have a respect for innocent life. With regard to the freedom of the individual for choice with regard to abortion, there's one individual who's not being considered at all. That's the one who's being aborted.
Danny,
And I've noticed that everybody that is for abortion has already been born.
steps back. Woo. God damn. Right. A lot of y'all is some real hypocrites. You know what I'm saying? Because if some people had their way, you wouldn't even be here, right?
Yeah.
you know, and that's not even
Mm.
funny, but it's real. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, this dude, whether you like him or love him or hate him or whatever, he's making sense right here. You know what I mean?
Yep. Like change for a dollar.
So what do people got to say about these kind of sound bites right here? People was digging up these sound bites and throwing them up on YouTube and social media, to kind of recalibrate people's moral compass. I'm not quite sure
Right.
how effective that is right now, given the circumstances of mass formation psychosis. But
Right.
who knows?
And the fact that people lack of morals.
These
Moral
people
compass.
playing back and forth games on us.
Right.
Let's look at a clip from your man, 44. This 44-second clip from Mr. 44, right? Or
Had
so they
a
say.
country's public square with enough raw sewage. You just have to raise enough questions, spread enough dirt, plant enough conspiracy theorizing that citizens no longer know what to believe.
Mm.
Once they lose trust in their leaders, in mainstream media, in political institutions, in each other, in the possibility of truth,
Mm.
the game's won.
Yeah, it's a
Mm.
game, and that
Yeah.
it is. back and forth mind game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, y'all
Game's
think it's
won.
the game. You know, the more
Mm-hmm.
y'all think it's the game and letting Jesus take the wheel, the game is won. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Niggas, oh,
right,
that K rail is real.
right.
Some people got tires that go bigger than that.
So what else we got going on? Oh, they got this MPV, you know, and that's the
Right.
the monkeypox jab, the MPV. You know,
Right.
won't you know, every week we made 30 G's, but or maybe the hospital
Right.
every week they made 30
Right.
G's, but you know, the MPV, you know, they green lighting this situation. You know,
Right.
we
It's
talked
time.
about before, you know what I mean, and they saying that they ignoring the guidelines of these people to kind of get to try to get this out as fast as possible. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is crazy, but you know they we dealing with crazy people. You know what I mean? Let me
Dealing
see
in
if
crazy
I got
times.
this right. Yeah, I had to
Because
look
ain't
throw up
nobody
this
ever
clip right
talking
here.
about the effects on the side. Them side dishes that be coming with it.
Right, and we got this clip right here. Your man Fauci, you know Fauci. You know we were trying to
Mm-hmm.
play it yesterday, but the audio was kind of fucked up, so we're in a better
Mm-hmm.
position today, right?
Righteous.
And you
Act,
know what I'm saying? But
being brave.
you know, but before I get into that, I want to kind of compound on what you know your man Obama is saying right here. You know,
Mm-hmm.
with another little throwback clip. You know what I'm saying? Quantifying that subject. You know, the Segway is nice right now. You got the
Yeah.
Segway charged up. Look at that.
Yep.
That's nice.
For sure.
That's so nice.
Is language designed to evade responsibility, make the unpleasant appear. Doublespeak is language designed to evade those who are speaking to us.
My fault. Hold up.
Doublespeak is language designed
Like, he
to
got
evade
light skin in the boat.
responsibility, make the unpleasant appear pleasant, the unattractive appear attractive. Basically, it's language that pretends to communicate but really doesn't. It is language
Mm,
designed to mislead while pretending not to.
Mm.
Doublespeak is not a slip of the tongue or a mistaken use of language. It's exactly the opposite. It is language used by people who are very intelligent and very sophisticated in the use of language and know
Right.
that you can do an awful lot with language. We should
Yep.
be aware of it so that we can at least be defensive and defend ourselves so that we're not
Mm-hmm.
misled through it. But
Cognizant.
secondly, there are times when we simply cannot tolerate this language. When we talk about important public issues of national policy, we should not use doublespeak as a nation. We should not use it ourselves. We should not allow the politicians who are speaking to us to use it. Language that way can be terribly corrupting.
mm-hmm. I bet it is.
Uh-huh.
I think what I want to do
Right.
is I want to talk just for a second. I wrote this
Real
out,
talk.
and it's very close to my heart
Real
because I
spiel.
was down there, and I watch our police and our firemen down on 7-Eleven, down at the World Trade Center right after it came down. And
So is that double speak? You know what I'm saying? Did he
Mm-hmm.
intentionally say 7-Eleven?
Right.
Did he was that a slip up right there? Remember
Mm-hmm.
what this dude said right here. You know what I'm saying? What dude say? Remember
Doublespeak
what he
is
said right here.
language designed to evade responsibility.
The last part.
But secondly,
Mm-hmm.
there are times when we simply cannot tolerate this language
Right.
and know that you can do an awful lot with language. We should
Oh,
be
right.
aware.
Yeah, right here.
Doublespeak is not a slip of the tongue or a
Mm-hmm.
mistaken use of language. It's exactly the opposite. It is language used by people who are very intelligent and very
Mm-hmm.
sophisticated in the use of language and
Right.
know.
Very intelligent, very sophisticated in the use of language. Now they say that your man Trump is the what they say he's a 5-tier chess player. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know if that's true or not. Never seen a man play chess, but that's what people were saying. And if that is true, then you know he could be very intelligent, dangerously
Right.
intelligent. You know what I'm saying? So you know these
Yeah.
people that's a part of this inner sanctum. You know you gotta kind of look out for. Now today they was talking about today was the last day of the Jan 6 hearing, right? And it was saying
Yeah.
that that your man Trump didn't do nothing. He just sat there and watched TV. He didn't call the authorities, all of this yada yada yada. And then they said
Right.
that he tried to choke out a Secret Service agent, a man who's like twice Trump's size. And mind you, Trump is a 70-year-old man, 70-plus-year-old
Right.
man, right?
Right.
Pretty frail. So how you think that Trump was going to choke out a man whose neck is like probably like the size of Big Mama's bicep? You know what I'm saying? His neck is like
Mm-hmm.
that size. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
how would Trump get his hand around dude's neck to begin with? You talking about somebody that bench press probably like 250 or 350 or something, right? Trump they saying that he tried to choke this man out in the car while they was driving. Y'all believe that? Y'all crazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? But I went and tried to check out what they were saying over there on the Truth Social, John, and he talked about how it's a kangaroo court. I gotta pull out my iPhone real quick, because they don't got the app on over there real quick. But I had let me see what they talking about over there. He's of course he's claiming fraud. We not seeing some shit that they saying that the mainstream media is not reporting that all these recounts is going on, and they saying that a lot of these people saying that Biden did actually lose in they state or they town or whatever. You know what I
Right.
mean? Now they saying that that's not being talked about on the news. I mean, honestly, it really don't make a difference because the script is
Right.
still gonna be the script regardless of who's pressing the dent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
They still related. You know what I mean? So what difference do it make
Right.
really? But
Right.
that's a whole nother can of worms, right?
Left cheek, right cheek, it's all the same ass.
hmm I
Whether it's
wanted to
way
get
on
in.
the right, way on the left.
So I wanted to get into this clip from your man Fauci that we talked about earlier.
All right.
Well, we tried to play it yesterday, but we struggle streaming. So you know what I'm
Right.
saying? We working at it. You know what I mean? Trying to get it
Right.
right. So let's roll this clip right here and let's talk about it. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Shout out to whoever
Able
this
to
dude
see
is on
this?
TikTok.
Got a video for you, Dr. Fauci.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out.
Since smallpox, as effective a vaccine as it is, has some rare but nonetheless potentially very serious toxic side effects. If you're
Whoa.
immunosuppressed, it could be deadly.
Deadly.
If you're one of those people who have this strange myocarditis associated with it. So even though we accepted the toxicities,
So it's pretty much saying is they don't know who it's going to affect and how because there are toxins in the vaccine. That's literally what he's saying. So technically it could kill you and they're not held liable and they don't know what it's going to do to person per person.
even though we accepted the toxicities of the
Accepted the
smallpox
toxicity.
vaccine, back then it was because there was active smallpox out there. So then we decided that we would not globally vaccinate the entire country. And by the way, the country would not have accepted being vaccinated. So we knew
Wonder why.
that. I mean, it was sort of like a fail-safe. And I said, Mr. Vice President, by the way, even when you're offering it to the first responders, many of them didn't want to take it. So this idea
Sound
about kind
familiar?
of saying everybody should take it, it didn't make any sense.
He literally said it doesn't make sense for everyone to take it because there's no telling how it's going to affect everyone because everybody is
Wow.
different. That's literally what he said. And now they're pushing this other shit.
I think
Yeah.
this is why this dude is out of here, man. This is why I think
Right.
he about to sit down because he got too many double speak moments himself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He got too
Right.
many. He got too many speaking out different parts of his mouth. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he says they accepted the toxicity. So that means that you knew
Hey,
something was in here that ain't good, and you just said, "Fuck it, let it ride." Right?
right,
That's
right,
what accepted mean, right? You
right.
know. And then he's saying shit about people, all these people who get this weird um MCD,
Myocarditis.
you know, we call
Yeah,
it MCD,
right,
this weird
right.
MCD situation, right? What do you
Mm-hmm.
mean this weird MCD situation? Oh,
Yeah.
you mean a side effect that's on that VAERS report? You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying?
You mean
Oh
that
wow,
you mean that side dish that come with that meal?
wow,
Look, they don't give you chocolates on your bed at the Poconos.
right.
Hey, they little treats come with other shit.
You don't even get clean sheets.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying? Because
You get put under one.
you picking up some shit from the last person who was at the Pocono.
Woo! Mm,
How about that?
mm, mm.
You
And
know, shit crazy, man. And you know,
they say
these
the people
dudes just
know.
saying these things like like it's nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck 'em.
Like you ain't gonna put two and two together. So if he's saying that nobody would have accepted that, the same way that nobody accepted the other situation, right? That
Right.
y'all made people go on dates with men, even though they didn't want to. But you said
Right.
no, you going on a date with a man
But
today.
they said you
Or
was
if you
straight. They said they was straight.
I don't care if I don't care if you're straight. You're still going on a date with a man, and if you don't, you're going to lose your job. That's what you told her. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And now you got this MPV situation where you're saying, "Oh yeah, nobody want to take that," right? Well,
Right.
you see how they building up this whole hype about that. So now see these
Right.
things that they already know, so they figure out how to get around the things that they already know. So the
Right.
same playbooks, they ran the same play with the Blovid shit. They said, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you got to get it while supplies last." Oh, well,
Right.
you got to get it. You got to we're going to have a certain amount to try to help people, but you know, there's a lot of people on the waiting list. You know,
Right.
and how we talked the other day, how people like to be exclusive, to have the first this and the first that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Did these
Got them
people is
first
like, oh,
Jordans.
let me get my and pushing each other out the way to get the situation right. And
Right.
but look what
I
dude
need
is
a
saying
raffle.
about this. Look what dude is
Mm-hmm.
saying about this. Oh yeah, and by the way, the people that's getting this, right? The people that they
Mm-hmm.
saying got the MP, right? People
Right.
that's signing up for the army and become MPs, y'all should be
Yeah.
proud. Y'all should be proud to get that MP. Be proud to get that MPV, right? You proud, right?
Right.
Because that's what I last time I checked, I thought y'all was proud.
Right.
So be proud to get that to have them poxes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Them
To have that
Tupacs.
high hypoxia, yeah. To be, I mean,
Fucking with Tupac.
you know, but you know, but let's keep it a bean. You know, essentially these people got, you know, they got the herp. You know what I mean? They got herpes,
Yeah.
man.
Nigga, they got
You
big
know,
herpes.
so you know, let's just call it that. Y'all got big herpes. Big,
Big
you
herp.
know what I'm saying? You
The
got
gift that
BHP.
keeps
You
on
got
giving.
they got BHP, big herpes. You know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah. I think he's wearing a headpiece.
Yeah, they got big hair pieces, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Big hair
you
pieces,
can't
just
even.
all in and all over your forehead and everything. Just big
Yeah.
hair piece.
They got outer headpiece.
But so y'all people that got the big hairpiece, right? Y'all should be proud because y'all had a whole month to
You
be
were once
proud,
bald.
right?
You
You
were
had a
once
whole month to
bald.
be proud. So now you got the big herpes. Own that. You know what I'm saying? Be
Yeah.
proud. You know, be proud you got big herpes. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you wanted, right?
Yeah.
You
The
know,
big headpiece.
and let's be honest. I mean, health was never really a consideration. You know, especially when
No,
when you bring
not your
in
own.
and not now when you not now when you funneling your exit. You know what I'm saying? Now when you funneling your exit and car ramrodding that John, and you letting the wild rumpus run up your exit ramp. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get a special doctor. You gotta get a special doctor because because you're rushing on the exit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got flame shooting.
You rushing up you rushing up the one way, right? You know what I'm saying? And you got to wear a special pamper and a special you got to see a special doctor. You ain't never worried about that before. You never worried about your health before when the blicker rolled out and they said
Yeah.
Magic Johnson had the blicker. And remember that was the same move that they did with that. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
With the assistants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With the they had that candy AYDS that assists you in losing weight, right? And then
Yeah.
this situation assisted you in going to the upper room, right? But
Mm-hmm.
it didn't happen to Magic Johnson, even though his Johnson was magic a little too. He really did have a Magic Johnson because he caught the blicky and didn't check out.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Right behind the guy who caught the blicky and checked out within a week.
Right.
At the same time.
You know what I'm saying? Your man Eazy-E, he got invited to the White House, then he come back with the blicky. Damn.
Man.
Come back with the blicky and he check out a week later, and then Ice Cube come out with a album called Lethal Injection. Remember, it was No Vaseline.
Yeah. Right.
And No Vaseline turned into Lethal Injection. Speaking of No Vaseline, isn't that a crude oil product? Isn't that a petroleum based product?
Yep, petroleum jelly.
Yeah, who likes petroleum based products?
Ooh.
Who likes that?
I know a whole industry.
Let's who's into that petroleum based product situation? Huh?
Yeah.
Emphasis on prod. The operative verb being prod here.
This is a productivity.
This is a produlum.
Yes. It sure is. Yeah, let's check this thing out. Let me see. Who was into it?
Around the same time that John D. Rockefeller seized U.S. media, he also hijacked U.S. medicine.
Oh.
When it was discovered that drugs could be produced from petroleum, America's top oil mogul ordered his army of propagandists to invert reality accordingly. Medicines used for thousands of years were suddenly classified as alternative, while the new, petroleum-based, highly addictive, and patentable drugs were declared the gold standard. After buying a German pharmaceutical company that manufactured chemicals of war for Adolf Hitler, Rockefeller leveraged his political influence by pressing Congress to declare natural healing modalities unscientific quackery.
Oh, wow.
Rockefeller then took control of the American Medical Association and began offering massive grants to top medical schools under the mandate that only his approved curriculum be taught. Any mention of the healing powers of herbs, plants, and diet was erased from most medical textbooks. Doctors and professors who objected to Rockefeller's plan were crucified by the media, removed from the AMA, and stripped of their license to teach and practice medicine. Those who dared to speak out were arrested and jailed. When evidence began to emerge that petroleum-based medicines were causing cancer, Mr. Rockefeller founded the American Cancer Society, through which he suppressed that information. John D. Rockefeller is duly credited as the founder of the pharmaceutical industry, and the reason that medical error is currently the third leading cause of death in America. This is not an indictment against doctors. More than anyone, they are under the stranglehold of the single largest lobbying power in Washington. Every year, the pharmaceutical industry spends at least twice the amount as big oil to influence laws, policies, and public perception. Thanks to Mr. Rockefeller, the architect of American monopolies, no industry has more power over our lives than Big Pharma.
So, what's up with this whole term quackery? What does that mean? You know what quackery means to me? Quackery means to completely shut somebody out. That's what it means to me. You know what I'm saying? Like to call somebody's work crackery, that means that you really got a vendetta against them. Now, of course, Dr. Peter McCullough says that no two scientists agree. That's a saying amongst medical med heads, right? So, but to call somebody's work quackery, it seems kind of malevolent, doesn't it? You know what I'm saying? You really don't want people to deal with natural medicine. Like what kind of shit is that? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Maybe that's why Karen Tube, we streaming on Karen Tube. This is probably why Karen Tube, be taking people down for medical misinformation and telling people, like, if you tell somebody something about some herbs or something like that, then they telling you talking about that's medical misinformation. Like people ain't
Right.
been using herbs for thousands of years, way before y'all came along and start using
Change it.
petroleum. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Start
Right.
putting Vaseline in capsules and shit. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
Maybe that's why
These.
Karen Tube that's why Karen Tube do what they do. And
Mhm.
Karen Graham. I don't got no other Karen twist, but Karen Book. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Maybe that's why y'all do what y'all do, and trying to stop people from talking about natural medicine. And of course
Right.
we're not providing any information or advice on those kind of things. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? We just simply just shooting the shit. You know what I mean? And
Right.
talking about what the fuck
History.
is up with these statements that your man Fauci is making. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
And when you talk
You know.
about Fauci, can't help but talk about Master Gates. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes. Hills. That's his middle name. Hills.
And if he didn't like what you said, he would, he was known for responding with the words.
Well, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
That's ridiculous. I'm not using this thing. No. Somebody's just. He's never understood the first thing about this.
He's a multi-dimensional individual. He has great depth in so many different areas.
Hi, kids.
You had a number of meetings with Jeffrey Epstein.
Well, he's dead,
Whoa.
so in general, you always have to be careful. And
Today we're announcing a commitment over this next decade, which we think of as a decade of vaccines.
the vaccine is critical because until you have that, things aren't really going to be normal, and it won't be normal until we get an amazing vaccine to the entire world. And for all 193 member states, you must make vaccines a high priority in your health systems to ensure that all your children have access to existing vaccines now and to the new vaccines that have recently become available.
And keeping children alive, would that create more of a population problem? That we're pledging an additional $1 billion to. Thank you. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
It's not every day we give away $1 billion.
My dad was head of Planned Parenthood. How to Lie with Statistics by Daryl Huff.
It's a quick read. It's got a lot of good examples in it.
Pie in the face.
Hi.
Listen. I gotta play that again. Hold on. I gotta play just that last part again. Can we get the last part again, please? Just the last part.
I thought pi equals 3.14.
You want to talk about pi?
The Life of Pi.
The life of this pie right here.
I
The
want
life
to
of
talk to
this
that
pie.
baker. Right.
I want to talk to that man who did that. Where is he at?
Right.
Where is he?
Mm.
Ah. Hold on. All right. One more time. Hold on.
Right in the old pie hole, right?
Nigga, what's the square root of pi, nigga? 3.4, bitch ass nigga. Yo, you see how he was like, bitch, he thought that shit was like acid or something. Look. See him, bitch? Listen, I hope that made somebody's day. I hope that video made somebody's day. Let's just leave that right there. Look at his face. Look at him. That's how these people is looking right now when all this information is coming out that's turning everything on their head. Now, remember that this whole they're giving people that Remdes, you know what I'm saying? And the Remdes was supposed to be checking people out all crazy. Now, allegedly they gave your man Joint Operation Environment some Remdes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Now some people are saying that, you know, that these alphabet people know that this whole going to the Pocono situation is actually more dangerous for older people than it is for
Right.
anybody else. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And only people that really what they would suggest to get this is like service workers. You know what I'm saying? People that work in,
Right.
medical environments and shit,
Right.
But that's not advice from me. This is just things that people were saying. You know?
Right. At least I
You know?
heard from
Yeah,
somebody
that's
who I
that's that's
heard.
that's what I heard.
Yeah. That's my Bible verse.
Yeah, that's
Something
what
I
I
heard
heard.
from somebody.
I don't know how true that. Speaking of things that I don't know how true it is, let's look at this right here.
It's a great segue.
I don't know how true this is right here. These people supposed to have got shot. Did you see anybody? Let's play it again. Did you see? Listen, please don't try to snuff me out for saying that I played some violent shit because nobody got hurt in this video. Nobody was hurt in the recording of this fiction video right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, depiction of this video.
Well, what the hell was he shooting?
Yeah.
What was he shooting? A rice gun or something?
Right.
Come
It's
on,
just a
man.
poof. Poof.
Yeah, like, come on, stop playing me, yo.
That wasn't even a
It did.
shotgun shell.
Yeah, I don't know how real that is. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if let me know if I'm tripping. But
Yeah.
I don't think that shit was real.
Right.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
What you think?
You like this country is picking on this one group of people, so we need to get rid of this guy and put somebody else there.
Well, I'm not sure. Where is that? Where where that is?
Nope. They got a Sanko
Yeah,
in the back. Might got a Hello Kitty store near there.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure where that is.
No, I can't tell by the vest because that shit said K-Win-S.
I think it looked like it was
K-Wins.
like looked like it was some like Asian country. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not 100% sure about that.
I know that's not English on the bottom of his vest. Those are characters. Mm-hmm.
What else we got right here? So I wanna talk a little bit more about this Roe Wade shit. Hold up, what's this?
Rights and endangering their health and safety. But the
They
Congress
keep saying that somebody endangering their health and safety. Health and safety.
Yeah, if you use
That's
the
interesting.
Yeah, if you use the hanger method.
I've had a 385-page document that I know Jen shared, had came out and shared it.
This lady is crazy as hell. So just to reiterate, I'm gonna throw this little clip up here that we talking about earlier with this. I think I played it before. I'm pretty sure I played this before. But this is these people. Their agenda. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for the historic victory for life in the Supreme Court yesterday. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, President Trump. It's such an honor to be able to welcome you. I'm so honored to have your endorsement. President Trump, on behalf of all the MAGA patriots in America, I want to thank you for the historic victory for life in the Supreme Court yesterday.
Crazy.
Our
crazy,
victories for life and the Second
That's
Amendment
crazy.
would
Look at
never
this
have
shit
been
right here.
possible if the Never Trump rhinos had gotten their way.
Trump right.
Never Trump rhinos.
Yo, they be having some crazy ass sayings and shit, yo. But let's double back with your man, with y'all man Reagan right here, going in on. Yeah, it's funny. These dudes got an eerie connection. These two dudes, Reagan
When an
and
abortion is performed,
Trump.
the unborn child often feels pain. You might be interested to learn that when I first mentioned this in a 1983 speech, there was an outcry, enraged criticism, and angry denials. But criticism wasn't the only response.
No, this not
So
to what you were
happens that
saying
I also received a
about the
letter
hanger situation.
signed by 24 medical doctors, including eminent physicians like the former chief of pediatrics at the St. Louis City Hospital and the president of the New York State Medical Society. The letter stated that in recent years, medical techniques have, quote, demonstrated the remarkable responsiveness of the human fetus to pain, touch, and sound. And the letter concluded, quote, Mr. President, in drawing attention to the capability of the human fetus to feel pain, you stand on firmly established ground.
Now, you just think about how, like, when people be like singing to the unborn child, rubbing the womb, things like that. Like, so, if you're reaching in there and snatching it out of there, it's like you're hurting an unborn child. Yeah, the baby can feel that. It's crazy, though. And it's just crazy, like the hypocrisy. Like, I want to double back over some of this hypocrisy, that we seen, out in the streets when these people was thumping around or whatever they was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, like let's look at what drunken Pelosi drunken Pelosi got to say. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got a clip
They
from
got
her, and
nicknames
I'm
for
going to Pelosi on the rocks. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Apple vodka Pelosi. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where's she at? Look at apple vodka martini Pelosi right here.
Shaken, not stirred.
Apple
Court
martini
is
Pelosi.
eviscerating Americans' rights and endangering their health and safety. But the
Look at her,
Congress
drunk as
will
hell.
continue to act
She's
to
drunk right now.
overcome this extremism
Drunk.
and protect the American people.
Drunk.
Today, the Republican-controlled Supreme Court has achieved their dark,
Supreme Court.
extreme goal
Yeah.
of ripping away a woman's
Extreme goal.
right to make
Drunk.
their own reproductive health decisions.
What?
Because of Donald Trump, Mitch McConnell, and the Republican Party, their supermajority in the Supreme Court, American women
drunk,
today have less freedom than their mothers. With Roe
Drunk.
In their attempt to destroy it, radical Republicans are
She
charging
had to look
ahead
at the
with their
teleprompter.
crusade to criminalize health freedom.
Yeah, this bitch is drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She was drunk.
Yep. Did you see when they showed her at the beach
You know,
with a
her
bikini on?
husband just recently got locked up for a DUI and shit too. You know, they be getting
Mm-hmm.
saucy in the house. I wonder what they bar look like. They got apple martini Pelosi's all over the house. Apple martini Pelosi. Now let's look at some of these people hypocritical with they bullshit. Hold up.
She said she had been gang raped, gotten pregnant.
Oh yeah, did we go over? Yeah, we did go over this, right? We done went over this before. Well, let's fuck it. We're gonna go over it again. No, that's not what I want to pull up. So take that down. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much. All right, so let's pull some of this hypocrisy right here, because now that we got this shit working right, we can, revisit shit that was fucked up
Right.
initially. You know what I'm saying?
They had us fucked up.
Got me fucked up. Look at these
Mm-hmm.
people acting. Look at these people acting a fool, and notice the hypocriticism, if that's a word.
Ooh.
Autonomy.
It is
the same
now.
right men have
You got to
always
do the
had,
E40
which is
on that.
want equal rights. The right to govern our own bodies, just like men have always had. It's that simple.
Do you support the right for people to not get the COVID vaccine?
It's irrelevant.
What?
Right? My body, my
What?
choice.
You're right. It's not irrelevant. Yeah, but one saves lives. You're right. It's not irrelevant.
One
of them
saves
is going
lives.
to be
One
in
saves
a
lives.
pandemic
Yo, you
state,
serious?
right?
So,
Emergency, which we all know laws change during a state of emergency.
hold up.
Do you
So,
agree with the
hold up.
statement?
I'm fucked up by that. She said one saves lives. So, all right, is an unborn child not a life? Like, I'm so baffled by that shit. I couldn't even get it out
Right.
right. Is an unborn child not a life? What's wrong with these people, yo?
And everybody that's for
principle of
abortion's
my body, my
already
choice.
born.
Yes, absolutely. Bodily autonomy is a human right. Healthcare is a human right. Access to healthcare should not be something that is dictated by the Supreme Court.
During the pandemic, did you
Is
support
it
people's right to not get the COVID
maybe it's a
vaccine?
human wrong?
They can't.
It's a difficult conversation.
Do you support bodily
Why?
autonomy in other situations? For example, the COVID vaccine mandates.
The vaccine mandates, we've been mandated to get vaccines for years and years and years.
So you do support in that
Where?
situation
When?
people not having control
When?
of their bodies.
That's not having not control
Nah,
of
brain
your
fart.
body. It's like I don't understand.
Brain
You
fart.
think it is important for
They
people to
can't
have
do it.
medical and health control over their own body?
Yeah, it's good for them. It's good
He
for
drunk.
everybody.
You didn't support the mandates?
He was drinking some blood or something.
I do support the mandates, yeah.
Isn't that mandate that people have to get the vaccine so they don't have control over their own body?
Vaccinations are good for people.
But in that case, you don't have
Right.
control, right? If there's a mandate,
No, they don't have to get it. They just,
you just can't go anywhere.
What does a mandate mean?
they just can't have a job. You don't have a right to a job.
Everybody should have a
You
right to do
what?
what they want with their bodies.
Yo, these people
You
are
support
crazy, yo.
people's right to choose not to get the COVID vaccine?
I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
Yep. See?
Yo, man, these people are
Well.
crazy as hell. You're not
You
doing it.
believe
You're not
in one
even,
and in the same
man,
subject. This is
only you can prevent cognitive dissonance. Straight up.
right.
You know what I mean?
You can't.
That's
You
all I
can't.
can.
They didn't even have to change the page. They didn't have to ask you the next day. They asked you the same back-to-back sentences.
Right. You seen the brain farts?
Yeah,
The brain fart.
it shuts off. That shit shuts off and then goes into a whole nother. But no, I feel this way about this. Completely disregarding everything you just said about what you felt about something different.
Right. Look at your man Fauci again right here. Let's take this down. Now, in regards to the whole Blovid situation, what your man Fauci got to say right here, and they on his way out, because allegedly he on his way out. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if he on his way out, then where the hell is he going?
Jail. I mean,
Right?
excuse me. I said that out loud. That nigga got FaceTime for that, and
That's how that shit was. That's how that shit was when Trump was debating Hillary.
yeah.
He was like, yeah. She said some shit. He was like, yeah, could you be in jail? Everybody started laughing. Yo, them dudes is crazy, man. So look
Yeah,
at
we
these
gotta pull
people.
that video up
that
too.
too, that lack of trust amongst some.
She going to
Well,
jail
it's
until they
become the politicization of what should be a
use
purely
that word.
public health
The politicization.
issue. The idea that we have in our country, the level of acceptance of well-proven public health interventions, such as vaccines, which have clearly been shown to be life-saving, to be highly effective
for them,
and very safe. And very often it's along ideological lines when it should be. There should be no ideological differences in interpretation of what are core
It's like he's missing the
immutable
inside
public
part of
health
his neck or something.
principles.
Right.
And yet the
This is so
pushback
bold.
that we have against seemingly obvious and scientifically proven public health principles is extraordinary. And the degree of rancor is such that I never would have imagined in my wildest dreams
That nigga said no.
that anything that I've ever said, which is purely public health and non-political and non-ideologic, leads to continual death threats against me to the point where I have to be surrounded by federal
I guess
agents
this-
for my protection all the
For the rest of your life.
time. I mean, that seems inconceivable. If
Maybe
you
he already
turn
arrested.
back the clock and talk about other public health crises that we've had with polio and with measles and with smallpox, and the things that we've had to alert the public to, there's never been a situation where the divisiveness have led to the threat of physical harm. That
lying
is
motherfuckers.
as unprecedented as
Everything
the
that's been
notoriety
happening
that
led
I
to some
have
motherfucking physical.
regarding
Hold
the
on.
purely communication.
He said that
of
niggas
public
ain't never
health
went
principles.
off. Like, how do you say that? Everything that's been happening in the United States has led to fucking to riots. Everything, nigga, bruh, there ain't been a time when individuals ain't got to violence. When it was just the regular workers, when it wasn't even about black. Them regular workers got mopped by the police. I mean, because that's what you really got to turn it down to. Because either they called in the National Guard in order to whoop the people, or they had the regular police do it. But every time, the police always got a handle on the situation. And that's how they settled the shit.
Mm-hmm.
And for him to even say that shit, he must have missed everything. Then again, he said in '98, he was still saying that women was, he said women was still sucking dick.
The devil with
said,
no
"Mother-"
horns. Look at him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He said the women
Look at
was
his
still
neck.
sucking dick in 2007.
He got a
For crack.
crease in his neck, like he got like his neck folded over on itself or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yo, did you see the shit about T-Mobile? Oh, yeah, matter of fact, let me get the slide up here. Hold up. I almost forgot about this. You know, as we wrap this up, you know, we're gonna keep it short. You know, we in the 1 hour mark now. So let's you know break it down, rapid fire. You know what I'm saying? We signing off for the hour. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we're gonna pick this. We picking up in the next couple 5 minutes and tapping out. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
you know, look at this shit right here. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to class action lawsuit people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, they
Right.
talking about you know, go hurry up and get on this lawsuit. You know, you might get a couple dollars, who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know,
Right.
look at it, you know. people's data is being like I said this shit before. Why is people's data being hacked and shit? And it's like all this
Yeah.
security and shit going around. Only people who get hacked is us. Only
Right.
people who get hacked is regular people.
Right.
Crazy.
Oh, them and the people that got what do they say? Concealed permits. That was another one. They said a data breach on the people that had concealed permit law, and they data and their information got out.
Yeah. Well, whatever. Well, this is we sharing quotes and taking notes. So let's go to the next slide. You know what I'm saying? All right, how do I do this?
T-Mobile.
Oh, all right.
So that also means Metro because they also own them, and Sprint might be available too.
So how do I go to all right, damn. All right. I almost forgot how to use this shit. All right, let me pull up this other slide. I don't think I went through the rest of this. I think that's what happened. I don't think I went through the rest of this slide. Yeah, I didn't. So, all right. So we wrapping this up, breaking it down. Your man, this your man. Of course, is the title head. You know what I mean? 1 year to the day after saying these situations is effective, he get this shit. God damn. Fuck him.
1 year to the day.
Now, this is what I was saying right here, and this is alleged. I don't know if this is true or not, but that boy Kash Patel, he been mouthing off about some things that people don't like, and they saying that 46 out of the 50 states are now recounting, and confirmed that somebody did a black sheep move. Remember that movie Black Sheep? Well,
I remember the group.
with Chris Farley, and his brother was like a senator or something. You know what I'm saying? In the movie, the shady boy had rigged the election, and they had a whole bunch of dead people voting and shit. I'm gonna get the clip. I'm gonna get the clip and throw it up. You know what I mean? I gotta go find that movie. Shout out to Chris Farley. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
R.I.P. Whatever.
Yeah. Shout out.
So we mentioned this earlier. We talked about this mildly earlier, and let's just drive it home as we wrap this shit up. We said that some people look like they was adrenal sipping, and they wasn't getting they situations looking all sickly. You know what I'm saying? And now, like we always say, is how many times is a coincidence possible before it's mathematically impossible?
Right.
Cooperative incidents coincide with each other. So is it just a coincidence that the name of Google's GPU, and that's the graphic processing unit, is named Adreno? And of course, we know that their suggested browser that they like to stamp everywhere is called Chrome. So when you put those two words together, is somebody shining? Somebody looking for the shining? Are you asking me? Are you asking me? Do I want ice cream without even saying shit to me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Are you trying to? Are you trying to kill Dr. Sleep? I don't know.
Right.
But check out that movie Dr. Sleep. You know what I'm saying? That's a homework assignment. You know what I mean? That's part 2 to the Shining.
Right.
We put some more meat on sagacious statements. You know what I mean?
Right.
Some more meat and potatoes on there for you. So now what's up with this? You know what I mean? As we wrap this up, what the fuck is going on here? Now, I thought the shit was the other way around. But it reads as it says. Why is they doing this? Can you explain? Can somebody make sense of this to me? Explain this a little bit to me because I'm lost on this right here. Russia hits Google with $375 million fine for allowing prohibited Ukraine news on its platforms.
Right.
Now, what happened to this whole we banning Russia thing? What happened to that? Remember they were saying that we're going to shut Russia off of the internet. Remember that?
Right.
Well, what happened?
But it makes some money, and plus they don't know what they're doing if they don't know if they ain't on the internet.
Hey, man! Somebody was capping capping. If this is a real news article right here, somebody was capping
Right.
because I
Somebody
thought that
needs them to function.
because remember they told us that Russia was like excluded from the internet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to throw this in here before we ride out. You know what I'm saying? What is this?
Right.
Russia fined Google 21.1 billion rubles. So that equates to $374 million for repeatedly failing to remove prohibited information, content related to the country's invasion and subsequent war in Ukraine. The country's telecommunications watchdog, not even going to try to say that word, cited a court order and said
Right.
Google, particularly YouTube, YouTube, pay
Yep.
attention, Karen Tube, pay attention, Karen Tube, didn't take down
Right.
the discredited armed forces of Russia Federation.
Mm.
What's going on? What's going on? Right?
So they need them to function.
Now this was a two-step situation right here. Now this was the story. This is the story about the boy who, did some old crazy shit. Now this dude, this is the dude in question right here. They saying that this dude did the most heinous crime in America right here. And the most heinous crime in America is on July 11th, this dude was robbing the 7-Eleven, right? Look.
On
right?
7-Eleven.
Right. Jason, and look, down here say authorities say Jason Payne, who was 44, Pat's neighbor, an accomplice, was not involved in the killings.
Oh my! No, how do you get out
44?
of being involved with a killing? No. If you was with that nigga, that's your killing. Y'all both facing that murder charge until they get to the court, especially if it's in California. Hell nah. How you get about that M? If y'all was together, that's an M for you too.
And so dude is facing a slew of charges that they saying includes murder, attempted murder, robbery, and carjacking. Right? Now all this supposed to be taking place on September 11th at the 7-Eleven. Right?
Oh, 9/11.
Police believe that this spat of robberies at the convenience stores on July 11th or 7-Eleven might be linked to the date when the National 7-Eleven brand celebrates its anniversary.
No. So you mean there was hella people in 7-Eleven for Slurpees, and he just wanted to rob it? Yeah, and he robbing people while they. Nah, bro. There's too many people in that store on 7-Eleven. It's too many people just in there just watching, bro. Like you.
Yo, these people be lying like shit, yo. Crazy as shit,
on
man.
the busiest day for 7-Eleven ever. Extra eyes on top of the cameras.
And this dude say, "Well, look, I'm gonna go in here and kill somebody today. Fuck that." Look at him.
Nah, he didn't even get a Slurpee.
Like a model or something.
Right. You got to
You know
look at
what
his
I'm
Instagram page or something. He said something that, I ain't going to jail or something. You know what I'm saying? You look like one of them people.
So they say they charge him with three. They charge him in connection with 3 murders across California, stirring robberies last week at a half dozen 7-Elevens and donut shops. So he went
You
to
mean
a
he
half
did 3
dozen.
of each?
So all right, look, they said he went to a half dozen. Come on, man, yo, this is ridiculous.
Come on. Yeah, we went to 3 each, or like he went to 4 7-Elevens and 2 coffee shops. I mean, donut shops. What time do donut shops close?
And of course, they say investigators have linked Malik Pratt, who's 20 years old, right, to a fatal shooting of a homeless man in Los Angeles on July 9th.
No.
On July 9th, though. To delete this message, press 7. To save it, press 9.
Nobody kills innocent homeless people for no reason, bruh.
Just like they say the dude raped the bull on the platform at the subway
While they were
station.
changing clothes.
And the subway station is closed, right? Subway station is closed, and the train don't pull off from Broad and Patterson until 4:45. These people at Broad and Snyder waiting for a train that ain't even pulled off yet, and they allegedly she's changing her clothes. Now I told y'all,
Right.
and I showed you the shit from yesterday, where these people had the shit up saying that, oh, she was changing clothes. But I showed you
Right.
when I did the search that,
Yeah, for the
oh,
sex.
man having sex with his girl in the subway station. This story keep
Yep.
coming up because they
Right.
originally released that story as a man and a woman was having a sex on the platform, and some bull came, pulled the ratchet out, pulled a 30 shot out, and dude ran off and he raped the girl.
And
But then
sweat.
they switched the
Yeah.
story and say that, oh, he put the gun to the man and made him watch. Cut it off. As she was
No.
changing her clothes. Cut it off. Hey,
Right.
man,
He was
listen,
getting some. He said, "Can I have some?" He said, "I can't stop you. Might as well. It ain't mine."
man, listen. I'm gonna just leave that shit there, man. You know, I hope some parts or another parts of this video was informative. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Hope we did our due diligence, on this late night, before we go to bed type stream and shit. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
Late night, early morning vibes. You know what I mean? So, it
Right.
is what it
Bringing in
is.
that Good Friday.
Struggle streaming at its finest.
Right.
You
Appreciate y'all
know,
tuning in.
pay attention to the bullshit out here. You know what I mean? Stay on point like a dope needle, man. We're gonna leave that shit there. I say peace and benedictions. I think my man froze right there. But, only you can prevent cognitive dissonance, and I say that wholeheartedly tonight. You know what I mean? And when you come across vital information, it's your moral obligation to share it with the nation. It's better to know something than to believe it. Truth is undefeated. I say peace and benedictions, and we out. There it is. Actually, I want to play this. Can I play this?
Ghost. 6 in the morning, I'm lighting up. I can see what I'm saying, ready for what? Tear a cipher, it tightens up. So you niggas should tighten up. Or you niggas should brighten up. He a hype beast, but he ain't a beast to hype enough. It's kinda funny how a saying goes. And when you travel, yeah, the saying goes. We used to hustle on the gravel, but now we in the air cause you know the promoter's paying, yo. A long way from the old life. I played the stove on the cold nights. Had the big pot of water in it. A new world, no order in it. Crossing the line, no borders in it. It was summer when I thought of winter. I was losing when I thought of winning. I was praying when I thought of sinning. I just started when I thought of ending. Then I seen a snake and I thought of venom. I see the mic and I fade the shit. I just do it like my favorite kicks. I sold crack back in 86. I was only 12, goddamn, that's some crazy shit. I was outside any weather, y'all. Any weather. I play the phone, what's the weather, dog? Is it the leather or the feather, dogs? Let a nigga know the smoke spot that we headed for. Ghost, yeah.
You win. Perfect.